Welcome to the New Haven Independent Vlog News Summary direct from our assignment desk, otherwise known as my compost heap. Let's see what stories we're working on this week. Well, signs are changing on buildings in New Haven. Does that mean New Haven's changing? Let's see. Well, there used to be a sign for Long Wharf Theater where they put on costumes and put on plays for decades on Long Wharf. That's long gone. And this week there was an announcement that a lease has been signed to bring a new company with a different kind of sign there, INSA, Cannabis Dispensary, out of Springfield. So that's what we're going to have next on Long Wharf. The sign's going to change. Will the mission change? Well, in the 1980s, cocaine drove our economy. And you remember who really made the money there? Now with the Springfield company coming in when cannabis is going to drive part of the economy? Let's see. The good news Bible, where there was a corner store at Edgewood and Day where for decades in New Haven, a woman who ruled the neighborhood sold products where you found that kind of religious inspiration. That sign came down, a new sign is up now, A Hustler's Vibe is about to start there. Another person rooted in the neighborhood actually grew up there, and he's not selling religious materials, he's selling a different message, urban streetwear with pictures of like fists of dollar bills, and his point is to survive, you gotta hustle, you can't wait to win the lottery. Let's see what happens with that. Well, the sign still says Strong School on the beautiful historic building there on Grand Avenue between Perkins and Clinton. Well, but that hasn't been a school for a long time, and we've been trying to get something elsewhere. This week, there was a vote to approve a deal to let someone build 50 affordable apartments there with an LGBT focus and a community center. We don't know what the sign will say when it's built. Let's just hope it gets built, because we have a history in New Haven, especially Fairhaven, of bringing in the people when we're selling property who tell us what we want to hear about what they can build. Remember that movie studio supposedly coming by the water? Let's hope the money's there because we like the project. Well, the sign is down on Orange Street for Tickaway, where you got red lentils and other kinds of dishes that are great Indian ingredients, fast casual. People really love that place, even Bill Clinton when he needed a vegan nosh when he was in town. Well, there's a new sign up now. It still has Tikka in it. It's Wow Tikka. Same guy, he's got a new person partner he's doing it with. It's gonna be the same fast casual. So it's a new sign with the same mission. Well, some kind of new signs we're waiting for aren't happening. Like, you know, this clock, we had a clock factory in Hamilton Street that's been empty forever, falling apart, really kind of bringing down a neighborhood that is coming back in other ways there that used to be cut off by I-91. Well, this week we found out that after 5 years, a company that was gonna build artist housing there like we wanted, they couldn't do it, it fell apart, and now the city's foreclosing on the property. Let's finally hope they do find someone else to build it, because the zoning is there. Well, here's a not bright idea with light bulbs. UI, the predatory company we allow to have a monopoly to charge us too much for electricity, they want another increase of close to 5% to light up our houses. Meanwhile, and Attorney General Tong pointed out this week, and some protesters, they still haven't cleaned up English Station. That's on that island in the water off the Middle River in Grand Avenue, where for decades they ran one of Connecticut's dirtiest power plants, poisoning the air, poisoning the soil, poisoning the water. They promised, in return for all sorts of regulatory relief in the past, they were going to clean out the PCBs and make this safe there by 2019. It's 3 years later, they still haven't done it. Not another penny for them until they do. In fact, Attorney General Tong said, let's start finding them $2 million a year. Oh boy, this doesn't look safe. You know, sometimes you got to be safe how you handle paints and coatings and properties. Well, there's a property where the sign has only changed once, but not the mission, on Lenox Street in Fairhaven Heights. That's where they make coatings of polyurethane for vests and other kinds of materials. Back in 1987, it was called Eurotech. The workers went on strike because there was a rash, dozens of people getting liver disease and hepatitis because of how they don't care about poisoning their workers, poisoning the neighbors. Swiss company bought it, same work. They still have had the problems. There were other rash in 2017 of more broken limbs and diseases, and now the EPA, Federal Environmental Protection Agency, says you're still polluting the air when you promised not to. Well, now this week it was revealed that the city is working with them on closing down the operation. Let's put a new sign up there and a new mission that's good for our community. I got an idea. Let's make it a composting facility. Until next time, this is the New Haven Independent Vlog News Summary, and remember, always pick up your trash.